Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is your certified life and relationship coach, Coach Court, and in today's video, I want to talk to you about breaking no contact with the dismissive avoidant. Thank you for sticking around. If this is your first time viewing me, do me a favor and subscribe to the channel by clicking that subscribe button and ringing that little bell so you're notified for the newest content. Before I get into the content, if you want my help personally, reach out to me on my website, www.fruitfulseeds.com, and send me an email no longer than 2 to 3 paragraphs long, no longer than 500 words, as it makes it really difficult to respond to long emails. And also, if you want my help via email coaching, please be patient. I have to focus on my paying clients first, but I will get around to you when I get them to where they need to be. Two of the hottest topics on YouTube and on the internet period is the no contact rule and the dismissive avoidant. There is so much information out there, but yet a lot of it tends to be false information and making it to where the people who follow that advice are in worse positions than they were before they even went into seeking out this information. So today I want to kind of give you guys a little bit of advice on how to break no contact, when's the good time to break no contact, and the way that you should go about it. First things first, trying to figure out what that person's attachment style is. There are certain degrees to a person being avoidant and anxious. So unless you truly know what their level of dismissiveness is, this advice is going to vary. There's a baseline for a person's attachment style. Secure is being right in the middle. So you kind of got to know how dismissive a person is in order for this time frame to actually do you any good. If you have been in no contact with somebody, that's just your baseline dismissive. About 6 weeks to 8 weeks will be the ideal time to reach out to them, because they're starting to process the breakup and start to reimagine you as a person and to revisit what life was like with you. If this person is a severe dismissive, and this is the way that you learn and understand how dismissive a person is by doing the research, really bonding with them while you're in the relationship. You are actually committed to each other. You want to know as much about them as you can know. Inquire about their history, how they were when they were younger, how their parents' relationship was, how their previous relationships were. This is how you figure out how dismissive a person may be, or by giving them the quiz, having them take it if they're willing to do it. But you have to have that information in order to know whether this specific time frame is going to apply to you and how to use it. The next thing you need to know is what you did to violate them and to violate their trust. As you may know, trust and support are two huge things for the dismissive avoidant. In order for them to feel close to you, they need to trust you, they need to have support from you, and they need to feel safe with you. If you've done something substantial, like infidelity or go against their major morals, then it's definitely going to take you longer than 6 weeks in order for them to reimagine a relationship, if they even reimagine it at all, because they could just completely be done with you. A person that's severely scarred and have a lot of core wounds, they won't even reconsider it again because they don't want to feel that same hurt that they felt so many times before. Another thing to take into consideration would be how much you chase them. The dismissive values their freedom and their ability to come and go as they please. If you've chased them a lot and you've tried to make them push through their phases of breaking up, because during a breakup they go through different phases, and if you try to get them to the point where they want to be back with you quicker than they want to be back with you, then you're going to do more harm than good. You're going to push them further away and push them right out of your lives. The different phases of the breakup is, they feel relief at first, then they feel anger if you're trying to, and this is just going along with the stages of grieving also. If you're trying to make them reach out to you, connect with you more before the 6 to 8 weeks, before the 3 months, you're going to get that backlash, and they're just going to get really irritated with the fact that you can't understand that they don't see the relationship the same way that you see it. My 5-year-old can't comprehend the fact that When she falls and she skins her knee, every time she scrapes that wound off her knee, it's going to continue to bleed and it's going to continue to take longer for that scar to heal. And this is the same thing with breakups. You have to give the wound long enough to heal and to form new skin, to become stronger than it was before. And of course, another factor would be the length of the relationship. Anxious attachers, this is what I'm learning, they're not experienced with the relationships. I'm starting to see this over and over and over again. The anxious attacher usually attaches to very few people and they try to make the relationships work. The dismissive avoidant, they have experience with romance. They've talked to different people. They've kept these very superficial relationships, but the anxious attachers get into one long-term commitment to another long-term commitment. They don't have a lot of experience with people. So they become anxious when they feel like the one. It's because they're, as an anxious-preoccupied myself, operating from the mindset of scarcity instead of abundance. So when we lose the one, we just want that person back that we lost. But when we get into a relationship with somebody that's maybe 3 to 6 months or longer, we tend to view that relationship as a deeper connection than it actually is. And the dismissive don't see it that way. It takes a while for them to open up and to consider you as somebody that's going to be a lifelong partner. And if you've been in a relationship with them for shorter than 6 months, it's hard for them to reimagine you as somebody that was worth giving a second shot. So the length of the relationship would be something that you really want to meditate on and do a lot of self-reflecting on and seeing if what you've had for that certain amount of time is actually worth them wanting to recreate it and reach back out to you, or vice versa, or you wanted to reach out to them. Is it even worth your time? But at the end of the day though, what you have is beautiful, what you have is magical. You created memories together. People can go their whole lives without finding somebody that they attach to and their souls just speak to each other. So just be grateful for the experience. Grow with this community that we're building here on YouTube. Comment below, share with everybody else your experience and how they can grow also. So if you found this video of any value, please like, comment, and share. Reach out to me on my other social media sites. Twitter is Coach Court 2, Instagram is I Am Coach Court, and Facebook is I Am Coach Court. Thank you guys, and I will talk to you soon.